Hello everyone, today I'm going to be teaching you how to find the strongest key details or evidence in any informational text. So what I recommend is, if you haven't watched my previous video on finding the main idea, you should do that first. It's only 3 minutes long and it will help you a lot. If you have watched it and need a quick review, this is kind of what we went over. So we went over the acronym T-E-A. So T stands for the topic, E is for the evidence, and A is for adding it up or the author's message. And that's how we find our main idea. But sometimes on your tests, your quizzes, exams, they might give you the main idea and ask you to find the evidence that supports that main idea. So it's the reverse of what we did last time. Last time we were looking at evidence and we were trying to figure out what main idea that points to. This time we have the main idea and we're trying to figure out what evidence best supports it or proves it. So key details or evidence, they are the important information, facts, and pieces that explain or support the main idea. So again, they're the E in the T-E-A. So we're kind of breaking this down further. So what we're going to do first is we're going to reread the text with the main idea in mind and look for any information that we can highlight that might support, that might be important. So these are going to be your facts, your explanations, your statistics, your data, your examples, your reasonings, okay? And I would circle or highlight them as you go so you can keep track. Next step is going to be check your work. So you might finish reading your passage and you have almost the whole thing highlighted, and that's just not going to work, right? That didn't narrow down enough to a key detail if you have the whole thing colored in. So what you want to do next is take each sentence and see if you can remove it. So if you can remove that detail and the passage still makes sense and it's not that important after all, then that means it's probably not your strongest key detail. But if you take one of your highlighted sentences out and now the passage has lost some of its meaning or some of its explanation, then you might be looking at a stronger piece of evidence. When we're talking about iReady or similar exams like that, like OST, iReady, your state exams, your classroom quizzes, the key details usually can point directly back to the main idea that they give you. They are often mentioned more than one time, so they might be repeated at the beginning and at the end. So now that we know that, let's take a look at an example. I'm going to walk through the steps on the screen so you can see how I would solve it, and then we'll do some individual practice. So remember, what you want to do when I show these on the screen is to pause first so that you can read the question, you can read the passage, and you can come up with your own answer. And then unpause to see the answer get revealed. And make sure to let me know down in the comments how you did. So once again, you can comment down below how you did, leave any questions that you still have, or any suggestions for future videos or requests. So if there's something that you're struggling with in your ELA classroom right now, you can ask me and I'll try to make a video about it to make it a little easier for you to understand, okay? A quick reminder about finding key details. 1, find the main idea. If it's already given to you, that's even better. 2, highlight or circle your important information, facts, not opinions, okay? Then 3, look at all of your highlighted or circled information and ask yourself, does it support the main idea? Can I delete this from the passage and will it matter? Okay? That's how you can find your strongest evidence. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for new videos coming out, hopefully around every week. That's my goal. Bye.